حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Just a couple quick announcements, inshallah, and these are very important announcements. So, Al-Rashid Masjid is pleased to announce that we're proceeding with the main phase of the renovation, and we will now be renovating the main prayer halls and preparing the elevator lift during the closure for the masjid for approximately 4 months. And inshallah, the renovations are expected to begin next Tuesday, July 15th. So there are a few changes with the prayers and the Jummah prayers, as well as the prayers that will be taking place in the masjid. The 5 daily prayers will still be offered inside Al-Rashid, but only in the basement hall and the gym. The main area here will be closed, inshallah, for the renovation. And the masjid also asks that there is no children around the masjid during the construction, as well as the men's wudu and the women's washroom facilities will not be available during the construction. So please, if you're coming to the masjid to pray, please make sure you have wudu on your way to the masjid, inshallah. The Jummah prayers, inshallah, next week. This is the last Jummah prayer in Al-Rashid for the next couple months until the renovations are done. So beginning next Friday, July 14th, the Jummah prayers will be only at the Instilling Academy, and it will be in the gym atrium, and it is for the sisters and the brothers, inshallah. And there will be 2 prayer times. The first is 1:45, and the second one is at 2:45, inshallah. So remind your brothers and sisters, no Jummah prayer at the masjid. This is the last one, inshallah ta'ala. And we will, inshallah, update you guys via email when the renovations are almost complete. The main entrance of the masjid will also be fenced off and blocked off. So only the back entrance, like the back parking lot, will be open, and it will be the only way to access the gym and the basement hall, inshallah ta'ala. If you have any other questions, you can visit the main office or ask the Mashiach, inshallah. We are also very pleased to welcome Ustad Taymiyyah to Edmonton. He gave a talk yesterday at Orca. He will be giving the khutbah today, inshallah, as well as a talk after Asr today at 6:30. He studied in Egypt, Yemen, and he is a graduate of the University of Medina. And we are very pleased to have him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. Lastly, my brothers and sisters, we have a funeral after Friday prayer for Brother Najib Al-Bawi, 43 years old, from Morocco. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him the highest place in Jannah and forgive all of his sins. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذنا الله وإياكم من النار. My beloved brothers and sisters, young and old, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless every single one of you. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow your projects to flourish and make it easy for you in this period where many of you are going to be away from the masjid due to the renovation. My brothers and my sisters, there is a hadith attributed to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and every time I go past this hadith, my brothers and my sisters, it sends shivers down my back. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, ما من عبد يسترعيه الله رعيه يموت يوم يموت وهو غاش لرعيته إلا حرم الله عليه الجنة. Narrated by Imam al-Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi. There's not an individual who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed a responsibility over his shoulders. The day when he dies as someone who's a ghash, someone who has deceived his children, except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make the Jannah haram upon that individual. What type of deception is the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam speaking about, and how can an individual deceive those that are most beloved to him? What is it that the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam is speaking about here? Is it because the father didn't put a roof over the heads of his children? Is it because the father did not put food on the table? Even though these things are extremely important, but this is not what the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam is speaking about. And we are told this in another narration when he said, Salawatu Rabbi wa salamu alayhi, وَلَمْ يُحِطْهَا بِنُسْحِهِ. The reason why he will die as a ghash, someone who has deceived his own children, which will cause him to die as someone who the Jannah has been made haram upon, simply because he didn't do this. وَلَمْ يُحِطْهَا بِنُسْحِهِ. He did not advise them accordingly. He did not give them the correct Islamic education in ensuring that he is able to navigate around the challenges of life. Living in today's day and age, my brothers and my sisters, is extremely, extremely challenging. As we elaborated on yesterday in the lecture that we delivered, with all of the different isms, right? Feminism, liberalism, secularism, right? Shirk, kufr, of all kinds, we find that extremely, extremely widespread, especially today when the children, they go on social media. All of these different ideologies, these different sentiments that we might think is not a big thing. Today, my brothers and my sisters, if one committed a zina and the sister became pregnant outside of marriage, it's a big deal. Everyone is speaking about it. Sahih. However, when one now loses their faith, and they might not necessarily even admit it to you, they have lost their faith because of some of these ideologies, whether they may be feminism, whether they may be liberal, whatever it might be, right? His faith, my brothers and my sisters, has been stripped away from him. His iman has been shaken to the core. Just go to these universities, which I call a breeding ground for shirk and kufr, and all of these different isms. And of course, the rainbow team is extremely active. Sahih. This is the university, this is the schools that the children go to, right? It is being shoved down their throats, rubbed on their faces. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha ghayruh. Fi shahri Ramadan, I went to visit one of my friends. And you know, he said to me, My son came home from RE class, religious education class. And he said to me, Dad, today I learned that there are many gods, different religions, different gods, right? You can worship different gods, Dad, right? It was hands on head's time for this father. He had to sit him down, have a discussion with him. But you know what happens? Sometimes, my brothers and my sisters, when the children come home with all of these different sentiments and ideas that doesn't fit the Islamic narrative, we as parents might become furious. We get angry. ليش نغضب عليهم? Why do we get angry? Because we don't have the answers. We might even get physical with these children. I've come across parents, he will call the sheikh to read Quran on this child. He goes, my son has jinn. No, he doesn't have jinn. He's not majnoon. He just simply doesn't have the answers to these questions that have been posed to him, my brothers and my sisters. Right? Wallahi alladhi la ilaha ghayruh, my brothers and my sisters, I have come across multiple cases, right, where a multi-millionaire, he departs from this world. He has enough money for his children to live comfortably maybe for the next 50, 60 years. He would wake up in the morning, how can I ensure that my children don't ever have any financial issues? صباحا ومساء ليلا ونهارا وهو يجمع, right? He's just collecting money. Is there anything wrong with wanting to put your children in a comfortable position? No, there's nothing wrong with that. However, this was his main focus. This was his main worry. He has all of this money, my brothers and my sisters, and then he leaves it behind for his children, only for me to see in the eyes of these children nothing but murder. Who is he looking at with murder in his eyes? He's staring at his own brother. He's got murder in his eyes. He wants to take the life of his brother because he wants his share. He wants his share of the money. What he has, even though it is enough. It is enough for the next 50, 60 years. But due to his ignorance and lack of Islamic education, right, he might even start cursing his own father. Right? وَقَدْ رَأَيْنَا ذَلِكَ كَثِيرًا. As someone that distributes inheritance and calculates it for people who has lost relative, ليس حالة واحدة ولا ثنتين ولا ثلاثة. Right? Constant cases where the father worked so hard, but he didn't give that importance to instilling within them Islamic morals and values. وربما يلعن والديه بعد أن قد توفاه. Imagine that, my brothers and my sisters. ولم يحطها بنصحه, as the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, because he did not advise them accordingly, he dies as a ghash, dies as someone who has deceived his children. إلا حرم الله عليه الجنة, except that Allah will make the Jannah haram upon that individual. I might be speaking about parenting, and the young people who have attended the khutbah today are probably wondering to themselves, this is irrelevant to me. This doesn't concern me. You young man, are you not thinking about getting married? That excitement dies down after a couple of maybe months. You're thinking about the next big thing, which is children. And it comes with a huge responsibility, as we've already mentioned. My beloved brothers and sisters, how much time do we actually spend with our children? You know, one of the common questions that I receive is, a father says to me, my daughter doesn't listen to me, my son doesn't listen to me, but he listens to others that are maybe my age when they talk to them, or they feel comfortable around them, or their friends, they are able to engage with one another, but why not me? My brothers and my sisters, let's be honest. The relationship with our children might be nothing more than only when he has done something wrong, he gets pulled into the head teacher's office or into the father's office, right? Or the only relationship that he has with his children is the back of the hand, ضربحتين, a slap, ضرب, ما في شيء ثاني. Only when they've done something wrong, this is when the children are addressed, right? Should that really be the case? And is it rocket science to understand why they don't feel comfortable around their parents? Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, he saw a dream, right? And then he went running to his father. إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَحَدَ عَشَرَ كَوْكَبًا وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ رَأَيْتُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. Oh Father, I saw this dream, 11 stars, the sun and the moon all prostrated to me. The fact that he went to his father to express what he felt and what he had just seen, it clearly shows that he had a very good relationship with his father, Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam. He felt comfortable around him. The children, my brothers and my sisters, especially in today's day and age, they need a shoulder to cry on. They need someone to befriend. And if we don't befriend them, whether we are parents or whether we are older brothers and older sisters, there is enough people, right? Min al-khubatha, that are ready to embrace them and welcome them into their lives and make them feel absolutely wonderful and be there for them at the expense of them being brainwashed and losing their religion, right? This is the waqi', unfortunately, my brothers and my sisters. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على النبي المصطفى المجتبى. My beloved brothers and sisters, I know parents that sit down with their children every single night, not because they've done something wrong, no, but simply because, how are you doing today? How was school today? What did you learn? The parent intellectually challenging some of the thoughts that they have brought home in a manner that is pleasing, right? In a manner that doesn't make the child feel uncomfortable. Just having that conversation with them, engaging with them, my brothers and my sisters, it goes a very, very long way, right? They need this. They are crying out for it if you really, really think about it. When is the last time, my brothers and my sisters, we actually took the children out? I don't know what you guys call it here, but in the UK we call it ice cream parlor, Baskin Robbins, or whatever else is called. This is not free promotion for them, right? Just taking them out to enjoy, to eat something different, to just spend that quality time for them or with them, right? And then we wonder why they might choose certain types of people that they want to hang around with. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the greatest components today that is destroying our children is none other than these gadgets that we have, these phones. I know as parents, we may feel the need to buy them these gadgets because everyone has it, so I need to go buy this gadget for my son or for my daughter. I don't want them to feel as if they are missing out. طيب ما في مشكلة. However, it comes with a huge responsibility for us to stay on top of that which they are looking at, right? I have parents calling me saying, please Muhammad, speak to my daughter. وإيش صار؟ ماذا حصل؟ My daughter is asking me to wear a miniskirt. أظنكم تعرفون إيش المينيسكيرت. Right? Miniskirt, she wants to wear it and go outside with it. And the mother is saying to me, I've never ever wore, right, this miniskirt. Her sisters have never worn it. Why does she want to wear it? Again, it's not rocket science to understand why. ليلا ونهارا صباحا ومساء هذه البنت الصغيرة متفرجة على ايش؟ What is she looking at? These فاسقات فاجرات على TikTok. These فاجرات These girls that have gone off the rails, who are dressing in a very revealing way, that's all she keeps on looking at. Once upon a time, we as parents, we would say to our children, don't hang around with him. لا تماشي فلانا ولا علانا. هذه البنت سيئة ابتعد عنها. This girl is not good, stay away from her. That was once upon a time. And we would think that that's the only way that the child might be corrupted. Them days of thinking that's the only way, days are long gone. Because today, we have these gadgets inside of our homes. A young child might be sitting inside of a room, and wallahi, they have access to more fujur, corruption, than if they were to go outside. So this 11-year-old or 12-year-old is looking at these videos, laylan wa naharan, and then she begins to normalize it, desensitized. I think everybody knows what desensitization means, right? لما يكثر شيء في ذهنك, you're always hearing it, you're always seeing it, it just becomes another issue, right? تعتاده. This is exactly what is happening. And then she's saying, Dad, why are you being so harsh for? Everyone's doing it. يعني كل من في هذا, right? Everyone in this TikTok في هذا الحساب يفعلون ذلك. Right? الأدوات الإلكترونية, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's doing it there. So why should I not do it? Dad, what's the issue? The mother is having this issue that she has to now deal with. Ask me, please talk to her. Right? It comes with the responsibility. When we hand over these gadgets, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, right, he commented on the verse which we all have memorized. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. We will be asked about our na'im. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam commented on it, he said, Al-Aswadan, the dates and the water. This is what we will be asked about. If we're going to be asked about that, we're not going to be asked about this. Right? That we have handed over. لا تزول قدم عبد حتى يسأل عن أربع. Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, one's feet will not move until he's asked about 4 things. One of them is عن ماله. How did he acquire his wealth and what did he spend it on? Right? I understand that we don't want them to feel as if they're missing out, but it comes with the responsibility. My brothers and my sisters, it's not just 11 or 12-year-olds. We hand over these gadgets to 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha ghayruh. 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they know how to go on Instagram. Wallahi يعرفون كيف يستعملون الانستغرام. Because they see the parents screaming, the child clicks on it and then presses on the video. On the other hand, children as young as 2 years of age, they start praying. Not like you, of course. The child puts on the hijab, goes up and down في الصلاة. ليش? Or how? كيف صار هذا? How did this come about? Because of what they kept on looking at. Right? كل مولود يولد على الفطرة فأبواه يهودانه أو ينصرانه أو يمجسانه. The Messenger ﷺ told us every newborn is born upon the fitrah. It is the father that changes this fitrah. In the Yahudiyya or Nasraniyya or Majusiyya, they have the biggest impact on the child. So the child starts praying because he's imitating and copying, resembling his father or his mother that are doing this in front of him, while on the other hand, they're using these gadgets. And then the father or mother might say, what do you want me to do? Right? What do you want me to do? I am busy. I need them to be busy as well. My brothers and my sisters, is that how we grew up? Is that how we were nurtured? Where did we have these gadgets all the time? We make it look like as if it's min al-daruriyat. La budda minha. Right? And we don't know what these children are doing at the age of 2, at the age of 3, what they're accessing, what they're looking at. Right? From a very young age, he begins to normalize filth and evil. Or we might say, Akhi, wallahi, هذه الموسيقية, right? Or this musiqa that he puts on, Akhi, he's still young. Later on, he will change. Ya Jama'at al-Khayrat, Umar ibn Abi Salama. A young child that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was looking after. Right? He said one time they brought the food And my hand was going everywhere. Umar ibn Abi Salama says, right? كانت يدي تطيش في السحن. And then the Messenger ﷺ told him very gently, instilling values into him from a very young age. Ya ghulam, O son, Sammillah, wa kul bi yaminik wa kul mimma yalik. O young one, mention Allah's name. Say Bismillah. Eat with your right hand and eat that which is in front of you. You know what this young child said? And you can find it at the end of the hadith. فَمَا زَالَ تِلْكَ طِعْمَتِي بَعْدِ. From that point on, I never stopped eating like the way the Messenger ﷺ taught me. ولكن اليوم ربما الوالد أو الوالدة تقول, she might say, أخي, let her do whatever she needs to do, man. She's still young. Later on, she will make her own decision or she will change. You know, like they're saying today in the schools, huh? 7-year-old can make their own decision. But if the 7-year-old wants to drive, they say no. But if they want to change the pronoun, it's fine. Have you guys heard that statement before? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Very hard. When they get older, right, on a certain way, it's very hard to start making changes. Right? This is why Hassan al-Basri would say, Al-ilmu fi al-sighar kan-naqshi fi al-hajar. Knowledge at a young age is like carving into a stone. The advice is that we keep repeating, oh parent, don't get tired. سيأجرك الله عز وجل على هذه الجهود. Allah will reward you for it. And Allah will not be, right, unknowing of that which you are doing and all of the work that you're putting in. Even later on, if he might go astray, he will still remember these values and these morals that you instilled within him from a very young age. And he will feel a sense of guilt if he's going against that. It won't sit well with him. Right? هذه مسؤولية. And for you young brothers as well, it's very important that you make the right choice now of who you get married to, because it's her that's going to be spending the majority of time with your child. I one time heard somebody say, don't marry a woman, right? Or should I say, don't marry someone who you wouldn't be happy with as a daughter. Right? Some of you brothers might want a road girl, right? And the brothers are wanted by the sisters who have a touch of road with them. هكذا نريد, and then later on we begin to regret. Right? To conclude the khutbah, my brothers and my sisters, I want to say the following, especially to our fathers and to our brothers. Go and hug your daughters. Go tell your daughters that you love them. When is the last time we've done that? Our daughters, our sisters are in need of hearing love and affection. Right? If we don't show them this love and this affection, my brothers and my sisters, tomorrow that kafir, right, or that guy that she runs into because she's never received any attention from her father or her brother, he will tell her certain things that will completely blow her mind away. Right? She's blown away by all of these compliments that she's now hearing from this guy that she just met yesterday. However, if she's used to that kind of love, you will see that there is a big difference, my brothers and my sisters. Right? Tell them that you love them. Tell them that they're beautiful. Right? Tell them that you appreciate them. Right? ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا اصرف عنا عذاب جهنم إن عذابها كان غراما إنها ساءت مستقرا ومقاما. Lot عليه الصلاة والسلام would make the dua رب نجني وأهلي مما يعملون, and we say رب نجنا وأهالينا مما يعملون. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So, Tarasu, please try to make as much space as you can. As you can see, we are at full capacity. جزاكم الله خيرا. إن شاء الله تعالى نقرأ برواية الدوري عن الكسائي. We're going to read with the رواية الدوري عن الكسائي. It's one of the روايات that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down, so please bear that in mind. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوي والذي قدر فهدي والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوي سنقرئك فلا تنسي إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفي ونيسرك لليسر فذكر إن نفعت الذكر سيذكر من يخشي ويتجنبها الأشقي الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيي قد أفلح من تزكي وذكر اسم ربه فصلي بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقي إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضي ألم يجدك يتيما فآوي ووجدك ضالا فهدي ووجدك عائلا فأغني فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Inshallah ta'ala, there will be the janazah. Please try and stay for the janazah as much as you can, inshallah ta'ala. And please make room as well. The bodies on the side, as you guys can see. 4 takbirat, 4 takbirat, inshallah ta'ala. After the first one, al-Fatiha. After the second one, Allahumma salli ala, the Salat al-Ibrahimiyya. And then after the third, we make dua for the deceased. And then after that, you make dua for yourself.